Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the show. We have made it to the end of your work week, hopefully, unless you're working weekends. If you are not off, then we'll just ignore that message. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We do the show from the Par-Mar Store studio. If there's not a Par-Mar Store near you now, there will be soon. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Toyota. The Toyota Tacoma is your MVP, most versatile pickup. Head to the road to total savings, US 119 in Chapmanville, or visit ThornhillToyotaWV.com. Big football weekend, of course, for both West Virginia and Marshall. The Mountaineers at home tomorrow against Kansas. I'm going to have more on that coming up in just a couple of moments, because let me just say this, stick around, because I got something special coming up from our listeners this morning. Also, the Thundering Herd has the monumental task of going to Columbus to take on Ohio State at the Shoe. High school-wise, we don't have our traditional game tonight. Normally, we have Hurricane on 580 WCHS, and then we have Herbert Hoover on 96.1 KWS, our sister station. Well, the Redskins of Hurricane are playing somewhere on the road in Michigan. However, we are going to have a live stream of that game, but not on the radio. It'll be at WCHSnetwork.com. So if you've been following Hurricane Redskins this season on 580 WCHS, again, they're playing in Michigan. We're talking about a road game. That's a heck of a road game. We will have the audio coverage at WCHSnetwork.com. So be sure and check that out tonight. Herbert Hoover is off tonight. Again, we normally have them on our sister station, 96.1 KWS, but they're off tonight. So no high school preview with Tom Bragg or Chris Lawrence this morning. I will invite you, though, to stick around tonight, because after 10 o'clock or so, we'll be joining Fred Persinger and Dave Jecklin with high school game night. Coming up on the show this morning, Mayor Scott Edwards of Hurricanes is going to join us to talk about their fall festival tomorrow and some other things going on in Hurricane. Leah's Legacy. This is a 5K run and walk that's going to be held Sunday in Charleston. We're going to get into that with some of the organizers. Plus, Joe Guerin from the Dirty Birds will be joining us. The Birds playoff game, they were off last night. Their game is tonight at Gastonia. That series currently tied at 1 game apiece. The Birds taking game 1 on Tuesday night at Gomart Ballpark. Gastonia took game 2, and then they were off last night. So now they go on the road, best of 5, and the series is tied at 1 game apiece. Joe Guerin from the Dirty Birds will join us to talk about that a little bit later on. We are having issues connecting with Hannah from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. So Ryan is feverishly working to try to get a hold of Hannah to see what the deal is there. If we get her, then we will we'll put her on the line. But I do have our dog, as I do every week. The picture is posted at Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave A70 on Twitter. And again, if Hannah is able to join us, we'll add her to update us on some things going on at the shelter. But our dog this week, and I love this name, the dog's name is Agent Beef. Agent Beef is 3 years old. He is around 53 pounds. He is deaf. So whoever adopts this dog is going to have to be somebody that's willing to work with Agent Beef. Agent Beef, who is deaf. Agent Beef is vaccinated. He is microchipped and neutered and seems to be kid-friendly. He does prefer calmer dogs. He loves naps, who among us doesn't, and he also loves to play with his tennis balls, and he loves to eat chicken. So there you go. That's our dog. We got her? We got her. All right. Hannah is with us right now. Hannah, good morning. Welcome to the show. Hannah, are you there? All right, Hannah, good morning.
Good morning.
There you are. There you are. We started without you this morning.
Oh, man.
We didn't have high school football preview. That's what, I told you that. So, because Herbert Hoover's off tonight, and Chris Lawrence, who normally covers the Hurricane game, they're playing way on the road in Michigan. So we didn't do the high school football preview. So you got called into action a little bit earlier this morning, but appreciate you joining us. I've already told the folks a little bit about Agent Beef, but I will let you pick up and maybe on anything that I didn't cover. So tell us all about Agent Beef.
All right. Well, Agent Beef is about 3-ish years old. Again, we always go by their gums and their teeth, so it could be a roundabout. But he is neutered already, and he was actually abandoned in a home. So I think one of our humane officers found him and brought him in. And he is deaf, so he is going to need someone who can either has experience with a deaf dog and is willing to take in another deaf dog, or is looking for someone like Agent Beef, or, anyone who just has the extra time and patience to learn about him and his needs and things like that would be very much a good home for him. He is vaccinated and microchipped already, and he's about 53-ish pounds. And then he has been in a home before, and it just didn't work out with them. But we do know now that he absolutely loves chicken, and he is kid-friendly. But, of course, we always advise caution with that. Mm-hmm. It's definitely something when bringing in a new dog. It's kind of like bringing in a new kid. You can't just immediately start doing everything with them. They've got to get used to everything. So always advise caution with kids around, no matter how friendly the dog is. He prefers calmer dogs as friends or siblings if you have other dogs already. He definitely would love to have somebody to play with, but he does like the calmer dogs. He has a playful side, but he also has a, I'm done playing, I'm going to lay down for a while kind of side.
I love that. Where does the name Agent Beef come from?
I honestly, let me tell you, whenever a dog comes in lately to the animal shelter, where we have had absolutely so many animals lately, it's so hard to start thinking of names that you have repeatedly done over and over again. So we start trying to branch out into other things. And I think what happened was somebody thought of Agent P and then just said Agent Beef because he's a beefy looking boy. He's thicker looking. He's
a beefy looking boy. I like that. Uh-huh. We'll have more on Agent Beef coming up here in a couple of moments. Hannah, I do want to do a quick review of Kegs for Canines. This was actually my first time of getting to attend the event. My date was Steve Animal of 98.7, the Mountain Wild Wonderful Classic Rock. Steve and I got to go in there and hang out a little bit. And, I didn't get to stay for the entire event as we had to get back down to Rib Fest. But in the time that I was there, in the brief time, we had 2 dogs adopted while I was there alone. So it turned out to be a pretty successful event.
Yes, I believe there was all of the puppies that we took except for one of them got adopted.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I actually know one of the guys, Mark, who adopted one of the dogs, and that's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful dog that he adopted. So all in all, a good event.
Yes, it was great. It was successful. We had a lot of good success with the fundraiser portion of it as a whole. So it was just very good, and we had a blast, and we had a lot more people than last year.
Yeah, it was, and of course the weather was great. There's so many different things going on in Charleston, but you had the WVU Pitt game, which didn't turn out the way everybody wanted it to, but we had that on the big screen down there. So hats off to everybody for making that happen. Earlier this week, Hannah, the United Way of Central West Virginia had their 19th annual Day of Caring, and I know, just perusing the social media there, I knew that you folks at the shelter were the recipients of some of the free labor as part of that, courtesy of CAMC and some other places.
Yeah, so we were really excited to have, I believe we had around 20-ish people from CAMC Women's and Children's, and then I think we had a few from the West Virginia Human Rights Commission, and then Ashworth Heating and Cooling also was there working on some stuff as well. So everybody was there helping out. We had lots of them walking dogs, doing dog enrichment, which is making the treats and the toys and stuff for them. And it was very successful, and we were very, very thankful and appreciative of everything they did while they were here.
It turned out to be a really, really good day. It's 9:17, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Jute. For the best in security systems for both your home or business, talk to Jute, J-O-O-T of Tays Valley. Visit protectedbyjute.com. You kind of alluded to how crowded you folks have been up there, Hannah. How are the numbers looking now?
Not too much different. We're still very, very much at max capacity, as we have been for a while. It seems like every time we get a good chunk of them out, we get a good chunk of them right back in, and then some. So it's definitely a work in progress. We're just trying to get a lot of the animals adopted and into foster homes, so that way we can be able to care for more that need to come in. And we are doing a special until Sunday, I believe, which is $11 adoption fees for everything in our building. So cats, kittens, puppies, dogs, all of the above. For our 11 years of life saving, they are $11 adoption fees. Wow,
that's good stuff. What are you in need of there, Hannah? What do you need right now?
Cat litter, any brand, Purina dog and cat chow, paper towels, Dawn soap, or any brand of dishwashing liquid pretty much we'll accept, because we're going to use it all. So I think those are the most things that we need right now.
All right, Hannah. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I thank you for letting Steve Animal and I hang out there with you last weekend at Cakes for Canines at the Red Carpet. We'll talk again next week. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Hannah Gardner, again, Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with Agent Beef. This week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Agent Beef is 3 years old. He's around 53 pounds. He is deaf. So before you make that decision to adopt Agent Beef, you just need to know that. Never had actually I briefly, I think, my sister at one point, when she was little, had a deaf cat. But for some reason or another, that didn't last very long. I don't know. It was my sister. It wasn't me. But anyway, Agent Beef is 3 years old. He is around 53 pounds. As I said, he is deaf. He was found in an abandoned house. He is vaccinated. He is microchipped and neutered, and he appears to be kid-friendly. He does prefer calmer dogs, loves naps, loves to play with tennis balls, and loves to eat chicken. So there you go. Sounds like an all-around good dog right there. So if you can handle, again, takes a special kind to have a deaf pet, but otherwise just a great, great dog. Loves his naps, loves the tennis ball, loves to eat chicken. I've got his picture posted at Dave Allen Radio on Facebook, and also at Dave A70 on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. So go and adopt Agent Beef. Let's get Agent Beef in a home. Great, great looking dog. Again, check out my social media. You'll see the picture of Agent Beef. Phone calls to the Dave Allen Show, a service of Biggly Piggly Wiggly on Spring Street in Charleston. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Tailor, Virginia Street in Charleston. Visit bestmastertailor.com. Lots going on in the area this weekend. Sunday, Leah's Legacy is happening in downtown Charleston. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. The Dirty Birds are continuing their playoff run. They play tonight at Gastonia. Joe Garrett from the Dirty Birds for the third time this week is going to stop by the studio, I think, a little bit later on. And also, WVU and Kansas playing tomorrow. I might just have some tickets to give away to that. Just saying, I might, so stick around. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Calling all sports fans this season, the Toyota Tacoma is your MVP. Most versatile pickup. Hey, it's Sydney. And whether you're hauling gear or heading out for a weekend adventure, the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma has you covered. Ready to win? Drive off in a new Toyota Tacoma today with rates as low as 4.99% APR. It's game time at the new Thornhill Toyota. Your new Tacoma is waiting on the road to total savings. US 119 in Chapmanville and ThornhillToyotaWV.com. Every fan, every team, every season, go Thornhill. All offers through Toyota Financial. See Thornhill for full details.
319! 319! Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Relive the week's hottest moments on Hotline Weekend. Join me and Dave every Sunday night at 8:06 on 580 WCHS to catch the highlights from our entertaining week of shows. Tune in for Chef Paul's Culinary Delights, Hollywood Buzz with Kristen Burt, Movie Insights with Jermaine Lucier, sports updates, engaging games, and the best bits of zany fun from the Hotline crew. Don't miss out on the adventure. Stay in the loop with Hotline Weekend, Sunday nights at 8:06 only on 580 WCHS.
It's a Friday edition of the show, TGIF 922, the Dave Allen Show and 580 Live, brought to you in part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, know that Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. Bridge Valley train for little or no cost, 50-50 salary matches available. They can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor text 304-935-5508. We had a text while Hannah was on here that said, does the litter have to be clumping or is non-clumping okay? I sent a text to Hannah during the break, and Hannah said either is fine. So if you're wanting to donate, they said they need cat litter, among some other things up there. Clumping or non-clumping, they'll take what they can get. Text says the scanner feed for Kanawha County Public Safety reappeared yesterday on multiple platforms. Thank you for making this happen. Well, it was a thing. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, there were some issues when some people that have these scanner apps, various ones on their mobile devices, and it apparently was down. It was really no fault of Metro 911, and I was kind of going in between Johnny Rutherford for Metro 911 and some listeners that had reached out about that. So glad to hear we were able to help, but apparently it is fixed now. Hoppy Kurtzville coming up with Metro News Talk Line 1006 from the Encova Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. Believe it or not, there's actually good news in the state when it comes to drug deaths. Overdose deaths are down. Brad McElhaney will discuss that, plus Ryan Schmelz of Fox News Radio. U.S. Attorney Bill Ehlenfeld on with Hoppy today on the sentencing of some bad folks from Wheeling. Brad Howell on the show to preview, WVU Kansas as well as Marshall's game against Ohio State. And, of course, Steam Release. I'll cover it up with Hoppy, 1006 Metro News Talk Line. So many things going on in the area this weekend. One of those is in Hurricane tomorrow at City Park, their annual Harvest Festival. Scott Edwards, Mayor Hurricane, is with us and joins us now. Mayor, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning to you, my friend. How are you doing today?
Doing fine. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, Mayor, is a big day in Hurricane, the annual Hurricane Harvest Festival, 1 till 6 at Hurricane City Park, and it's all presented by Midway Ford. What all is going on there, Mayor?
Oh, my goodness. This is our annual Harvest Festival at Hurricane City Park, right in between Hurricane and Tays Valley exit on Tays Valley Road at the Hurricane City Park. So we've got, and everything's free, and people love this, and it's a community coming together, and we get people from all over our county, all over Putnam County, as well as Cabell, Kanawha, and other counties come here for this event. But just to give you an idea, we've got free face painting, free pumpkin sand art, free petting zoo, free putt-putt, a bunch of free inflatables. We actually have free inflatable axe throwing. So everybody wants to throw an axe, right? You need to come out, Dave, and throw an axe.
Inflatable axe throwing. I mean, yeah. I don't think even
for kids.
I was going to say, I don't think even I could cut myself on those.
You maybe so, Dave. I don't know. You might be the one. Right. Inflatable monster truck with bounce house, climbing wall, and slide. That's all you too. We have a under 3 kids section with ring toss, racetrack, Connect 4, those type of things for the real little ones. We got free cotton candy. Now, that's for everybody, right? Everybody loves cotton candy, and it's all free. And we've even talked our Hurricane City Council members into coming out like they do every year, and they're going to be serving free apple cider to everybody. So those are just some of the free things. We will, at 3 o'clock, we'll have our Truest Pumpkin Pie Eating Contest. There's still a few slots available for that, so you can go to hurricanewv.com/events and register if you want to be part of that. And from 4 to 6, there's a local up-and-coming country music singer from right here in Putnam County. He sang last year at one of our events. His name is Branson Tolliver. When he sang at our event and performed, all the people said, we want him back. This young man, I think he's maybe 17, 18, 19 years old. He's absolutely awesome. And he's an up-and-coming country music singer, hopefully a star someday. But he'll be performing from 4 to 6 at Hurricane City Park. And then to add on top of everything, we have 50-plus art and craft vendors. plus jewelry, cupcake, sweet treat vendors, all those vendors that, I know my wife loves to go to that stuff and spend lots of money on it with local vendors. So that's a great thing to happen. And then to add to it, the Hurricane Fire Department Auxiliary, they'll be running the main concession stand. They'll have hot dogs and walking tacos, drinks, and all that type of stuff. Plus, we'll have Chick-fil-A, a coffee truck, and Scraggle Pop. And I don't know, Dave, have you ever had Scraggle Pop?
I have.
Everybody loves Scraggle Pop, so you can come there and buy some Scraggle Pop. So I've said everything's free. Everything but the food is free.
Oh, sure,
so,
yeah.
But we will give away 500 hot dogs, so we will have some free food throughout the day. So 500 hot dogs will be given away.
Now, how do you? What's the deal with the hot dogs being given away? How does that work?
I'll just announce the next 250 hot dogs are free at a certain time, and then wait a couple hours and another 250 are free.
So you got to have a hot dog stampede there, Mayor.
We do, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And I'll tell you, you mentioned presented by Midway Ford in the beginning. Yeah. I want to thank Midway Ford, and if I've got just a moment for our sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. That actually was going to be the next thing I get to, because these things that are all free don't happen without sponsors. So give them a shout out.
And I will say that, Dave, people think actually a lot of people don't realize where does the money come from for all this free stuff in our community. Midway Ford, our annual sponsors for all of our events, Putnam County Bank, West Virginia American Water, Martin's Peterbilt, Odell Orthodontics, Creative Pediatric Dentistry, and then some specific event sponsors, my friend Eric Embry at Tyree Embry, Poland Fowler Flanagan, Brown & Poe, H&R Block, Truist, Civil and Environmental Consultants, and Family Care. So all these people came together with thousands and thousands of dollars so that the community can have all this stuff for free and have a free day.
That's
so
right.
It's amazing what our community does, and then we're going to give away a bunch of free event T-shirts as well. So we like to have a really, really good time at this event, and it's one of those events where you may see people you haven't seen in a year or two or 5 years, see old high school friends, that type of thing. You see young people bringing their young kids. It's just wonderful here in Hurricane.
We got a text to the show here, Mayor. Somebody wants to know, what exactly is pumpkin sand art?
Pumpkin sand art is, I have no idea. I'm guessing. I know that sand art is they have those plastic tubes, and they're shaped. This one's probably shaped like a pumpkin, I'm guessing. And you pour your sand, different colors of sand in, and it stacks up, and then you put a cap on it. You've got this really neat artistic thing that you've made using different layers of different colors of sand. It's really neat. But I don't, throwing the word pumpkin in, I don't know what that meant, but maybe it's pumpkin, fall colored sand. I really don't know. But I'll go do one, and I'll message you with a picture of it Saturday, and you can see what it is and tell your listeners sometime. And I'll tell you, the other thing people need to know, because we will have thousands of people show up, they should bring their hiking shoes too, because the Harvest Festival is at Hurricane City Park, right at the base of Meeks Mountain Trails. You know, and I know it's not a Meeks Mountain Trails conversation today, but people that are visiting here for this event, we've got 500 acres and 32 glorious miles of hand-dug trail system, literally 200 yards away from where this Harvest Festival will be. So the trailhead is right there. Enjoy the Harvest Festival for sure for a few hours. Grab your, and you don't have to have special hiking shoes. You can just wear your tennis shoes and take your kids for a walk. But I urge people, take your family for a walk on Meeks Mountain Trails during or after the event.
Well,
it's the perfect time.
Right, and you can see what all the hoopla is about over the last month, because I've spent time talking about it on the show here, and that was this the power company plan where they were going to possibly disrupt some of Meeks Mountain Trails. I don't know if there's an update on that. Maybe do you have any update on that, Mayor?
No real update. The community has. I knew we had a massive community over the last 5 years that has been created by Meeks Mountain Trails. Meeks Mountain Trails is the center of Hurricane. It's the center of our everything right now, and there's thousands and thousands of people revolving around this. And I was talking to some folks yesterday. There's businesses that support it, restaurants that support it, and some of those people may or may not even use the trail system, but this community is supportive of it. And when it came out that AEP was looking to possibly, that was where their lines were going to go. The community has really risen up, and really we're all extremely hopeful that a different road is chosen. the disruption of that trail system. It's, again, I mentioned it's 32 miles, but it's only on 500 acres. So I don't know if you've probably seen the map, that it's extremely dense. It's extremely, if that's the right word to use, 32 miles on 500 acres had to be planned out very well to get them there. So there's up and back. It looks like a maze or spaghetti in a way.
Yeah.
It's not like 10,000 acres where you have 20 miles of trails and they're all spread out. So the lines, this 100-foot right of way and all these that would be bulldozed out and all these lines placed across it. If I went out and just walked one of the trails, I may have to cross this thing 8, 10, 20 times just in one day of being out on the trail. So that's why the community has come together and really asking AEP, really to partner with AEP. And let's look at something that this is one of the biggest, this is on the radar, not just in Hurricane, Putnam County, even at the state level of it's such an awesome thing that's been placed in West Virginia. As you know, our health in West Virginia, we're usually last on the list in the country, and this is something that's changing people's lives and letting people live healthier lifestyle, getting outside more, living better, living longer, just by this trail system. So we're really coming together. There's really no update right now. We're all working with AEP and all the powers that be to look at many alternatives. We really want something different, and we're really hopeful. But we really want to partner with AEP, and do something and continue to do something great together. I mean, how great is that if they end up being our partner? And now we're doing this, and this is so great for the state. And we want to keep doing great things together and not disrupt the Meeks Mountain Trails. But again, I urge families on Saturday tomorrow, plan on not just coming to the Harvest Festival. Take a walk. Find me. I'll be there at the Harvest Festival. I'll want to walk with you. I'll tell you where to go. It's easy. So I think it would be wonderful.
Talking to Mayor Scott Edwards again about the Hurricane Harvest Festival, which is happening tomorrow at Hurricane City Park. We had a text here, somebody wanting to know, would there be any animals there from the Putnam shelter there tomorrow? Any plans on that?
I don't believe the shelter's bringing animals. It's not on my list. I didn't see that.
But you never know.
Pettings, you never know. Maybe we'll add that. So if somebody from the shelter wants to contact me, they'll contact me, and we can make it happen.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Brightway Insurance, the Mays Agency. Spend the time on your business, not your insurance. Brightway, the Mays Agency, can help explain the types of insurance you need based on your line of business, your location, and other important factors. They can select different insurance companies to make sure you're getting the right coverages and prices to protect your business. For more, visit brightwaymays.com. Mayor, before I let you go, what else is going on in Hurricane? I like to give, anytime I have a mayor on the show, I like to give them an opportunity to do a little cheerleading for their community. I got to say this. I'm going to get a cheap plug in here for the folks at Sergio's. Last night, yesterday was my wedding anniversary. My wife and I went out to, I let her buy me dinner last night. We went to Sergio's there on Main Street. Food was absolutely fantastic. That has been a great addition to the city of Hurricane. It's right there on Main Street. But what else is going on in Hurricane that's got Mayor Scott Edwards excited these days?
I'll tell you, our Hurricane Bridge Park has me really excited. We had our grand opening this year of our 4 extremely high-end baseball, softball fields, and we kind of did a soft opening this summer. We had 8 or 9 tournaments. Kids came in from many, many, many states, come from all over, and that has opened up our community. That we're showing off our community. We're showing off our Main Street. We're filling up our hotels, not just in Hurricane, but in Taze Valley and all around. When these teams come in, they'll bring 50, 60 teams in from 6 or 7 states and spend 2 or 3 days, and lots of money. I mean, lots of money flows into the city and into Putnam County. I'm excited about that because it doesn't just get boys and girls playing baseball and softball, but it's economic development for the city. And then the disc golf course. Our disc golf course at Hurricane Bridge Park and the one at Valley Park, I'm guessing they're probably vying all the time for the number 1 disc golf course in the state. And I hope it's always number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. I don't care which one's number 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. But we have 2 of the best disc golf courses in the whole state right here in Hurricane. And we have many events planned next year for that as well. So, we had our Hurricane 100K on, again, I'll bring up Meeks Mountain Trail. I was at that event. And looking forward 12 months from now to the next Hurricane 100K. I mean, who runs 100K in the woods?
Not me.
Dave?
No.
there's no chance I'm doing it. But I was there when they kicked it off at 6 a.m. But I'm already looking forward to next year's, to seeing how many hundreds of people from all over the country. I absolutely love, and again, you ask what gets me excited. I love when people come here from all these states. We're getting visitors from all over the country to Meeks Mountain Trails and to our baseball fields and to other things in Hurricane. I love talking to those folks. They love Hurricane and Putnam County. They say it all the time. We actually have I was talking to some folks a couple of days ago. I think 16 families have moved here in the last 2 years due to what we have in Hurricane, specifically Meeks Mountain Trails. That's incredible. They get me excited. I'm really excited, and I'm excited about what's next to come. We have a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plan of different things, and yes, people ask me all the time, restaurants, when are more restaurants? We have a ton of restaurants now that people maybe don't know about, don't think about.
A ton of great restaurants.
You mentioned Sergio's. We have Belknap on Main Street. We have Main Street Creamery. Those are just 3 on Main Street, plus all the others that are around, just Hurricane Taze Valley. I mean, you go over to Winfield and there's restaurants there. So a lot of people don't realize, unless they're within 2 miles of their home, drive 5 or 10 minutes and there's a lot of restaurants. But I will tell you, there's more to come soon. I can't mention anything else. Okay. You're not going to pry it out of me, Dave.
All right. I'm not. We got to go anyway. But I know that when the time is right, you'll give me a buzz and we'll get you on the show.
Dave, I will give you a buzz, my friend.
All right, Mayor, I appreciate it. We got to go. We'll see you tomorrow, man. I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Make it a great day.
All right, Mayor Scott Edwards of Hurricane. Again, the annual Harvest Festival presented by Midway Ford and a host of other great businesses making it all possible, too. I've got info posted about it on my social media. Check it out. Mayor Edwards does a fantastic job. Matter of fact, we had a text here that said this guy, talking about Mayor Scott Edwards, is a great mayor. He does such a good job. Well, indeed. I'm sure the mayor will be happy to hear that. But the event is tomorrow. The annual Harvest Festival happening in Hurricane at Hurricane City Park starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow. In the heart of West Virginia, there exists a profound force that goes beyond the realm of sports, transcending limitations, fostering a sense of belonging. Special Olympics, a remarkable initiative showcased in the latest episode of West Virginia Enriched in collaboration with Huntington, stands as a testament to the power of determination, unity, and unwavering support. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics, facebook.com/580WCHS. Coming up on Monday's show, I'm going to spend some time talking about one of my favorite subjects, gardening. I said that tongue-in-cheek. I don't know the first thing about gardening, but the folks with the Kanawha Garden Club do. They reached out to me about coming on the show. They're on the show Monday. Also, Dr. Marty Roth of the University of Charleston will be on the show Monday. This semester is a record semester as far as enrollment goes. We'll talk to Dr. Roth of UC about that. Plus, your calls and texts are welcome, too. I want to get to this before we go to break. You hear me every day on this show talk about the folks at Pinnacle Consultants. Just great people, great company here in West Virginia, based in the Kanawha Valley. Greg Pauley of Pinnacle called me up the other day and said he wanted to do something really, really cool for our listeners. So here goes. Greg and the folks at Pinnacle have set me up with 2 tickets for tomorrow's WVU Kansas game in Morgantown. The seats are in the touchdown terrace section, which is in the end zone where the band is. Your food, snacks, soft drinks, all included in the package, and Pinnacle wants to give them away for free. I have 2 free tickets in my hand right now, courtesy Pinnacle, to caller 5, 304-345-5858, 304-345-5858. Caller 5 right now. I've got 2 tickets to the touchdown terrace sections to give you for tomorrow's game, courtesy of Pinnacle Consultants. You'll need to pick those tickets up here at the studios this afternoon by 5 o'clock, because we close the door at 5 and you can't get them. 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston. Pick those up today. Caller 5 right now. I'll give you the tickets in Touchdown Terrace, courtesy of Pinnacle Consultants. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
Welcome to Poca Valley, where we've been in business since 1908. Today, we serve Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties. We believe you deserve banking that provides friendly customer service. For all of your financial needs, stop by one of our 8 convenient locations. Call us at 844-782-2651 or visit us online at PocaValleyBank.com. Polka Valley, where relationships matter.
Member FDIC.
The temperature isn't the only thing heating up in West Virginia this summer. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is heating up the savings too. Now, if you've been thinking about a new car, truck, or SUV for the summer travel season, then what are you waiting for? Now is the time to buy. Check this out. Find new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, both with 2 and 3-row seating. Now with summer savings up to $8,500 off MSRP. There's several new Jeep Wrangler Unlimiteds on the lot too, with summer savings up to $5,000 off MSRP. And if you're thinking more along the lines of pre-owned, Walker has you covered there too. Gene and Ryan have loaded down the pre-owned lot with inventory and marked every single one of them down with summer savings as well. And you know there are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, because they built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. But these hot savings and all this inventory are not going to last long at these prices, so don't wait. Take that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Coming up on Metro News Hotline.
On the Friday edition of the show, we'll get you ready for a big sports weekend. High school football Friday night, plus games on Saturday for the Mountaineers and the Marshall Thundering Herd. Pat Strader will be here with Beer Friday at 4:30, and Brad Howe from Sportsline joins me at 5. Plus your calls, texts, tweets, in or out, and our question of the day.
Metro News Hotline with Dave Weekly. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6 at WVMetroNews.com and on this Metro News station.
17 away from 10, the Dave Allen Show and 580 Live, brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues, allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle offers specialized indoor air quality services for residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit PinnacleCorp.net, because what you don't know can't hurt you. And again, the folks at Pinnacle, nice enough to hook us up with free tickets for a listener. Want to say congratulations to Joe Varney. Joe was caller number 5, won himself a couple of free tickets for WVU Kansas tomorrow. Joe and a guest going to be enjoying the game in the Touchdown Terrace section. That's right, I think we're close to where the band is. So awesome, Joe. Appreciate you listening. Thank you so much to the folks at Pinnacle Consultants for making that all happen. So Joe was our winner. Joe, caller number 5. Appreciate you, and enjoy the tickets tomorrow. And remember, it all came from Pinnacle Consultants. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Text says, dang, that Mayor Edwards guy can talk. Well, he's a politician. What do you expect? Of course he can talk. I want to get serious here for a moment. I'll talk about Leah's Legacy. It's a 5K run and 2-mile walk and kids fun run happening Sunday at 5, City Center, Slack Plaza. I've got Mike Strickl and Sarah Fletcher here with us to talk about it. Mike, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Dave. Thanks for having us.
Okay. I think we didn't hear you there, so could you say that again?
Morning, Dave. Thanks for having us.
All right. And Sarah, thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.
Tell us, Mike, I'll start with you. Tell us the story of Leah.
So Leah Strickland, she was a avid athlete at Herbert Hoover High School. 2 years ago, we were playing. I coached soccer at Herbert Hoover. She's a soccer player. So we were coming home from the Braxton County soccer game, and we lost her in a car accident. So throughout all that, we decided to create a scholarship to memorialize her. So through that, we needed to raise funds. So we created the Leah's Legacy 5K walk, 2-mile run. 5K run, 2-mile walk, and a kids fun run. And so just to kind of help raise money, celebrate Leah, she loved running.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarah Fletcher's with us. Now, you're the director of this. Is that right? Is that right?
Well, I'm on the race committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just made you the director.
You promoted me. Yes. That's fine.
It means you get a whistle and a clipboard. That's what that means. What's your role in all this?
Well, I'm the runner in the crew, so I help them mark the course and get things ready and come up with all the needs that the runners may have during the race.
And this event is going to be Sunday. Everything starts at Slack Plaza. But if you are not a runner, but you can still stop by, because you got a lot more going on just besides the physical exertion. You got a lot of other stuff going on there too, right?
Absolutely. We have live entertainment from the New Old Souls. They're going to be playing music. We have food trucks, adult beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, just a little bit of just everything in Slack Plaza. It'll be nice.
So somebody's calling to tell you, hey, do you know you're on the radio?
But yes, it'll be. We do. You don't have to run. You don't even have to be. Walk. You just come down and hang out, celebrate. That's what we want to fill Slack Plaza.
And that's all Sunday. Starts at 5.
5 o'clock, 5 to 9.
And how many years have you been doing this?
This is the second year.
The second year, because I had you on last year for the first year. Well, give us a review of last year. How was it last year?
Last year was phenomenal. We had over 500 participants.
Wow.
First year of a 5K race. So it was absolutely phenomenal. The weather wasn't ideal, but we still had, so this year we're expecting 600 to 700.
Yeah, well, I mean, the weather is going to be hot,
yes.
So definitely make sure you hydrate. But as far as the rain goes, I think we should be in pretty good shape.
But it's actually turned out to be an extremely successful event for us, and it's awesome.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented in part by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton and General Lumber of Winfield. All projects, big and small, they can handle it. Shop locally. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Talk about the support of the community in all this, and not just sponsors, but I mean just the community in general.
The community. I mean, without the community, I'm not sure where I'd be. It's been great having the Elk River and the Kanawha Valley. Everybody comes out, and anything we need, the support, it helps a lot. Every day, it's a roller coaster ride. So, you see people been able to talk about Leah. Most people know Leah now throughout all this. And so it helps. It at least, just kind of eases the pain and allows me to talk about Leah more.
For those who did not know Leah, tell us about Leah the person.
Leah was a very exceptional, she was energetic, always had a smile, very athletic, involved in the community. She played bells in the church choir. She sang in the church choir. She was involved in so many activities, community service. She had 150 hours community service 3 weeks in her 9th grade year.
It's amazing. So, because a lot of kids, and community service is required to graduate in West Virginia. A lot of kids are that final 2 weeks before they graduate trying to cram everything in. She did it all in the first 20 minutes or so.
Absolutely. And she would have been in 4 sports. She would have been track, cross country, swimming, soccer. So the scholarship that we give is based on community service, based on, an athletic, been able to manage your schoolwork with your community service and been an active athlete. So and we gave out 2 first year we gave out 1 scholarship for $2,500. This past year we gave out 2 scholarships of $2,500. So we give out a male and a female now. And the goal is to move it into the Kanawha Valley as we get some more funds built up.
And for people that don't know about the route, explain that to us. I know you're part of that, Sarah, so explain that to us.
Yeah, so the race starts in Slack Plaza and moves through Brawley, and then they're going to take a right on Capitol Street, head all the way out to Kanawha Boulevard, take a left on Kanawha Boulevard, and then they'll go an out and back on Kanawha Boulevard, and then they'll come back the same way. They'll come back down Capitol Street and through Brawley and finish in Slack Plaza. Okay. And the walk kind of follows the same course. Obviously, their turnaround's a little shorter, but
and then stick around either during or after, because you're going to have a big old party with music and food trucks and everything. And again, if you're not in the in a place where you can come and take part in this, as far as running or walking or whatever, you can stop by, you can make a donation, or just come down and check it all out and find out what it's all about.
Absolutely, that's really. I do want to promote. I want people to get registered, but if you just want to come down, bring a chair, listen to music, and just enjoy the atmosphere, we would love to fill Slack Plaza. Just make it a great environment.
All right.
We are expecting a huge crowd. So we had 100 people register on race day. So we really wanted to stress that we're doing a packet pickup at Short Story Brewing on Saturday evening from 5 to 8. People can also register at that time if they missed the online registration. We'll have race day registration from 3 to 4:30 at Slack Plaza, and that's also packet pickup. But we also have 450 people registered already. We're expecting more than that. So if you want to avoid the crowds, come pick up your packet on Saturday at Short Story.
And where can people learn more about this, guys? Where's the best place to go?
aptiming.com will link you to Leah's Legacy. It's on Run Sign Up, and we have a bunch of information posted there.
All right.
On Facebook as well. Leah's Legacy's Facebook page has all the information. So
okay, I've got some information that I shared on my social media as well. Hey guys, best of luck, Michael and Sarah. I appreciate you guys being here. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing, getting the entire community in a way to keep, just like the name says, keep Leah's legacy alive. I appreciate you being here. Best of luck with everything on Sunday.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you apart by Huston's Pizza. This month, it's your favorite Huston's. Get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, only $23.99. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com. High school football season is in full swing, and you can catch some of the top matchups every week on the Metro News TV app. This week, Wheeling Park visits University and Point Pleasant heads to Ripley. High school football is presented by Gomart, your hometown convenience store. Level up your cheering game. Head to Gomart.com to win everything you need to become the ultimate fan for your home team. Go for good times. Go for Gomart.
In the aftermath of a serious car wreck, Peyton Law Firm stands ready to be your beacon of hope. With unwavering dedication, Peyton Law Firm will navigate the complexities of your case, fighting for justice and the compensation you deserve. From debilitating injuries to emotional trauma, Peyton Law Firm understands the toll it takes. Our attorneys have more than 60 years combined experience handling injury cases. Call Peyton Law Firm for a free consultation at 755-5556 or online at peytonlawfirm.com.
100,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Andrew Anderson is an experienced leader for Kanawha County. Andrew Anderson is a proven job creator running for the House of Delegates. Andrew Anderson knows what it takes to create jobs, improve education, and end the drug abuse crisis that hurts our families. Andrew Anderson will always fight for our families. Vote for Andrew Anderson for House of Delegates on November 5th for a better West Virginia.
I'm Andrew Anderson, and I ask for your vote on November 5th for House of Delegates.
Paid for by Andrew Anderson for West Virginia, Andrew Anderson, Treasurer.
The Hussin September Special, a largest large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie for just $23.99. Visit your nearest Hussins for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Order now at HussinsPizza.com.
7 away from 10. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented in part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. Live Healthy, tackling pressing health issues, heart disease, diabetes, and more. It's a podcast, offers insight into medical breakthroughs and preventative care, featuring WVU Medicine's expert physicians aimed at fostering healthier lifestyles in and beyond the state's valuable resource for all. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetroNews.com, under the podcast menu, and start your journey towards better health today. Text us, Dave, just a reminder to all that the third Friday of every September, which is today, is National Prisoner of War Missing in Action Recognition Day. Today, we should honor and remember the 17 West Virginia Vietnam War veterans and missing in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, plus the hundreds more MIA from Korean War and World War I and World War II. Excellent point. Thank you, Texter, for bringing that out. Getting serious now for your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Playoff series now stands at 1 win apiece. First 2 games, Tuesday night, Wednesday night at Gomart Ballpark this past week. The Birds took game 1 in dramatic fashion on a hit batter in the bottom of the 12th. Wednesday night, that one went to Gastonia. They were off last night. The series picks back up tonight at Gastonia, 7 o'clock. Best of 5. Jill Guerin of the Dirty Birds, for the third time this week, is in the studio. Thank you. We're going to change it from the Parmar Store studio to the Jill Guerin studios.
I'll take it. I appreciate it.
But you're on the road, though. I mean, you're heading down there, right?
Yep. We're going to leave right around 12. Over half of our front office staff is going to support the boys. A lot of the season ticket holders are going to. So we're excited to show up in Gastonia.
So the series now tied at 1 apiece. As we said, game 3 of the best of 5 is tonight at Gastonia. And we have some information about starters and things of that nature we can put out there, right?
Officially, David LeBron is our starting pitcher tonight. For those of you who don't remember, he was the one that won the ball game when we clinched in Gastonia just a week ago from today. He had 8 scoreless innings, only gave up 1 hit, 1 walk. To end the day, he retired 18 batters in a row. He got some sleep last night. I checked in on him. We're good. He's ready to go.
And what about for them?
For them, it's going to be, oh gosh, I'm blanking on his first name. The last name is Westcott.
We don't care anyway.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. We're going to hit him. It doesn't matter.
The victim. We'll just call him the victim.
Exactly.
But this Gastonia team, as we said when you were on earlier, I mean, we've played them, 7-8 times in a row now?
Yep. Yeah, so we've played them 8 games in a row. If we go a 5-game series, it'll be 11 games in a row. So we know each other really well, which some people think that's a bad thing. If you're a hitter, that's a great thing. You've seen every single one of their pitchers, so there's no surprises.
And remind folks where they can catch the game.
Right. So every single game, home and away, is broadcasted on Flow Baseball. I'm going to be going as a fan, so you won't be able to listen to my fantastic voice, but you can listen to Noah. He's a great broadcaster for them. And hopefully you'll see some Dirty Birds fans there, too.
So you're going to see the Gastonia, or you're going to hear, I guess, the Gastonia play-by-play announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yes.
all right, but not you. But you're just there as a fan and a wife.
And a wife, yes, fan and wife.
This is your first game on the road as a wife, I guess?
Yeah, it's weird. It's going to be interesting. It'll be fun. He told me to compose myself because I'm a former athlete, so I get really into it as well. And
sure.
This team has been great. They've been amazing as far as coworkers out in the community. They're always up to go out in the community and support Charleston and West Virginia. So I care about this team a lot.
So you said the bus is going to pull out around noon. Is that what you said? Around noon?
Yep.
So here's a wild idea. If people are in the area, and I don't want to cause a traffic jam or anything like that, because Mayor Goodwin's office wouldn't like that if I did that. But I will say this: if you've got some time around lunch, if you want to head over to the ballpark and just kind of cheer on the team, is that something we could do?
So the team's actually already there. So it's the front office that's leaving.
Well, nobody cares about the front other than you.
You can come say bye to me if you want.
You can go punch Jay Silverman in the mouth if you. That's what. Okay, so the team's already there.
Team's there, yeah. So that's.
I wondered about that because that would have been, on that bus trip down there. That would get them there. Almost time for the game, almost.
Exactly. So they left Thursday. Both series Thursday is a travel day. So if we're in the championship series next week, and you want to see them off, you can come by Thursday around lunch.
All right. And now, again, we do want to remind people that this is the best of 5 series, Jill, and it's tied at 1 apiece right now. So you're playing Gastonia again. We don't want to jinx. We don't do any of that kind of stuff. But if you should happen to pull this out, we're talking about championship baseball, possibly for the Dirty Birds.
We have not won a league championship since we were the Wheelers back in 1990. I was not alive the last time that the Dirty Birds or the Charleston team won a championship.
Could have gone all day and not said that. But I think Dale Cooper, the boss around here, I think Dale might have been working there at the time.
Really?
I think he worked there for a while.
Interesting. So. If he has a championship ring, we'll have to steal that for some.
Well, he was probably still in. I'm trying to do the math. He was probably still in high school then, but he was probably at the game. I'll say that. Not even born in 1990. Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
I was in college in 1990. I appreciate you pointing that out. All right. So again, remind people where they can watch the game.
You can watch the game on Flow Baseball. We need to win 2 of the next 3 games. First pitch today is 7, tomorrow 7, and if necessary, Sunday is 2:00.
And we'll be keeping a close eye on it. Jill, as always, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next week.
Hopefully.
So as we get ready for it, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, though. We got to get through this series first. Jill Garrett from the Dirty Birds. Somebody just sent a text and said, the great days at Watt-Powell Park.
Yep.
Yeah, indeed. All right, we got to go. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live was brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Hoppy Kirchner coming up. Metro News Talk Line at 10:06 from the Encova Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. Ryan Nicholson was my producer today. Thank you so much. And also thank you to the folks at Pinnacle Consultants for sending one of my listeners to see the Mountaineers and Kansas tomorrow in Touchdown Terrace. Best of luck to the Mountaineers and my Marshall Thundering Herd tomorrow as well. Have yourself a great weekend. See you Monday. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston and 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.